Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dark Asylum podcast, the only podcast you need to be listening to, where you're going to hear three grown men yell at each other about the Robert Eggers classic, The Lighthouse. I am your host, Hark! Neptune! The chosen one, Zack Winters, and with me, as always, is the chronic mermaid masturbator, Darkness.
That mermaid was hot, man. I don't know. How's it going, everybody?
And noted hot sauce historian, Big Vicious.
Spicy.
This one gets one spicy out of 5. Today we're talking about hot sauces and their historic value. Big Vicious, what was the first hot sauce?
What was the first hot sauce?
What is hot sauce?
Hot sauce. Hot sauce is hot sauce.
Those improv classes are really paying off.
Hot sauce is the stuff I put on my nipples when I like to have fun.
Whoa.
Jesus.
That was, yeah.
Spicy.
That got dark fast.
That was kind of crazy. It's like out of nowhere.
She gets nuts at your place. So what hot sauce do you use? Is it Tabasco, Sriracha, Tapatio?
Depends on the mood. Sometimes Frank's, Tabasco. Tabasco's the go-to.
Of course.
Tabasco.
So
I never liked
when I'm feeling really hot, really spicy, I use the ghost pepper, Carolina Reaper sauce.
Oh, God.
All up on my nips. Alright, we gotta switch this up. I'm getting an erection.
Yeah, that's not okay.
This is the horniest episode we've shot so far.
Is it, though? I mean, we've had worse. Yeah, okay.
I mean, anytime we bring up Elvira.
Well, I mean, come on.
The cleanest episodes we've had are the ones Zach's aren't fun.
That's true. It is true. But so yeah, this is our first episode back from the 13 days of Halloween. And I just wanted to thank everybody who listened. There was actually a lot of good response from those episodes, so
Good.
it was pretty cool. It was a good thing. Reached out to a lot of different people, a lot of new listeners for that.
Good.
I know this may upset Zach, but I had somebody reach out to the show. They were very into the Meet the Feebles. They've actually written a sequel, and they got voice actors, like professional voice actors from Hollywood and stuff, to voice a sequel to Meet the Feebles. And I was blown away. I was like, what? They made new characters, and they're like, I was like, this is insane. So
I'm not upset by it because I like the movie. I'm just never gonna watch the movie again.
yeah, that's kind of those one and done for some people.
Yeah.
But his name's Kyle Kleinhesse-Link. That's a long last name. So
I'm pretty sure you butchered that.
Kyle Kleinhesse-Link.
And
there goes your fucking part in the movie.
Yeah, well,
and he used to be a listener, and now
No. I told him I would probably butcher it, but yeah. So it was crazy to see that, like, something from that long ago, because this was like late 80s, early 90s, has still got like a little underground following and people like picking up the mantle and running with it. So that's kind of cool. But surprisingly enough, nobody reached out for a witch sequel. Or a Vitch sequel. But
because it doesn't need one, because it's the perfect movie.
Until you watch The Lighthouse, and then that's the next perfect movie.
Until The Lighthouse, and The Lighthouse is god tier movie.
Like that is the fucking Lost Boys of your movie-dom right there.
I always thought it was Game of Thrones.
Well, okay, for you, yeah, but I meant as like my Lost Boys. That's your Lost Boys, basically.
Oh, I see.
So,
because it's good. I need to find that. They made a manga about it, and I need to find that now that I'm thinking about it.
the manga for
The Lighthouse.
Wow. Well, that's kind of cool that there's like weird little. I bet you in that manga there's 100% more tentacle.
100%.
Just saying.
I'll be sad if there's not.
It's like, this is the way we want it to really go. Hentai!
Well, According to Robert Eggers, there was supposed to be a lot more gay undertones. Where
Wow.
like he straight up said he's like, hey, it's two grown men fighting each other in a giant phallus. He wanted to add 2 round buildings at the bottom, but the studio wouldn't let him.
No, that's a little too on
That's
the
a true
nose,
story.
sir.
That happened.
I believe you. I believe you. Anything Lighthouse related, you're my go-to from now on.
Lighthouse and Power Rangers.
Well, yeah, we all have our strengths, I guess. But no, it was fun. It was a good little 13 episodes, and
It was fun.
it's good to be subjected to some different movies and to suggest some different
Scream
movies.
at each other about how stupid our movie choices are.
Wow, we each had one that we liked, so that of everyone
Yeah.
else's, so that was cool. But yeah, I'm glad everyone enjoyed Brain Scan at least.
Yeah, Brain Scan was very good. I think we each had one we all liked and one we all hated.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's true. But so yeah, thanks for listening, everybody, and
Yeah.
we'll see if we can come up with that theme. Yeah, some kind of
Let's-
theme for next year.
Well,
Well,
let's
I'm
start in
happy,
there.
I'll be happy to announce that this month we're going to do the 13 days of Thanksgiving.
Jesus, the planes, trains, and
just gonna be-
automobiles. I call dibs.
It's just going to be 13 days of us watching planes, trains, and automobiles.
That's literally the only fucking Thanksgiving movie I could think of.
I
Well,
wasn't going
day
to.
10, Zack has hung himself.
I didn't even think of Thanksgiving, but let's do it for Christmas. Let's do something for Christmas.
Oh, the 12 Days of Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Die Hard. We've talked about the Christmas movies, though. I don't know.
Well, I'll think. We'll think about it. We'll talk
talked
about that
about-
off air because, fuck, I hate Christmas movies.
Yeah, that's why I'm non-traditional with the Christmas movies. Unless it's
I mean-
Bad Santa, because that shit's awesome.
Maybe non-traditional Christmas movies.
Yeah, I ain't watching the fucking White Christmas or nothing like that.
Bad
Sorry.
Santa's Sad Sleigh.
Yeah. Yeah, Santa Sleigh,
Yeah.
Black Christmas. Those are good. Silent Night, Deadly Night. You know.
Eh.
Yeah, it was a bad movie, but it was great that it was Santa Claus killing people. That one episode of Tales from the Crypt, because that one's
Hey,
awesome.
Remember that one episode of Tales from the Crypt? Oh yeah, we made a whole fucking movie out of it. What if
Yes.
it was an hour and a half long and stupid?
Yeah, that's probably what they would do. But yeah, good stuff. I liked it. So back to the normal shit. We got a lot of stuff
yeah.
to cover. Not a lot of stuff, just we got
Lay
fucking
back, roll yourself some stinky kush, pour yourself a nice tall glass of bourbon because we are here.
yeah. So where do we start? How's this go? It's been so long. Video game news. What do we got?
Video game news. Hey, in a move that is surprisingly shocking nobody. There's no BlizzCon this year.
You don't say. No, no Bill Cosby room, huh? What the hell?
Bethesda has announced they are rethinking. Well, their quote-unquote official reason they're not doing it is because they are going to be rethinking their strategy at approaching BlizzCon in a post-pandemic world. Anybody with half a working brain knows, hey, we're throwing money at a lot of lawsuits right now and probably can't rent out the building.
Yeah. Yeah, that's... what was it? They brought on that female executive president, something like that. Like, a very high-ranking position in the company. And they're like, hey, look, we have a female doing a very important job. And she's already gone. And then now she's gone?
Well, there's that, and it's not like... It loses its significance when, like, hey, look at the token female over here as we parade her onto the stage.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, there's some bad things going on over there. It sucks because there's a couple of decent games that they have out, but it's hard to keep going with this, It's like, I don't know. Diablo 2, they postponed Diablo 4 now again because of it. And, the Diablo 2 remaster, you're like, okay, I don't know. I want to play it, but I know morally, maybe not, but who knows?
That's the only picket line I crossed.
Diablo 2 remaster.
Yeah. I'm not proud of myself for it, but...
I did play the Halloween event in Warzone, so... Yep, I crossed that line, sorry. But, you know... you could become a ghost and kill people as a ghost. I'm not letting that go, sorry.
Jesus.
Hey, look, shiny. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You make a Bill Cosby room? That's not good. Oh, wait. I'm going to play ghost games. Yay.
Hey, what are desk crawls? Oh, look at the new toy over here.
Yeah. We're releasing action figures. What? Yeah, it's all forgiven, you know.
You know the game you wanted for the past 20 years? Well, here it is. Oh,
yeah.
Fine. It's because I'm a filthy, filthy consumer, and
I
like you said,
consume.
I like to believe that my money is going to the good ones.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I still pay taxes for, you know, police and fire and all that because my money's going to the good ones. That's what I tell myself. And yeah, my wife, she about shit herself when she saw how much we pay for education. It's just like, we don't even fucking have kids. What is this? And she's like, where have they been the last 2 years? I was paying for those lunches they'd go and pick up. I was like, I don't know. Yeah, she was upset, but you know. Anyway, that's a whole other story.
And, new story that's gonna excite nobody else but me. But they finally dropped fucking Elden Ring gameplay and the collector's editions that you apparently can't fucking buy anywhere.
We have this thing that you can buy, but you can't buy it. It's
Exactly.
always good. Oh, yeah.
So like the regular collector's edition that I will buy because I'm a filthy, dirty fucking consumer and I want shiny stuff. The premium one, they say they could only get through the website. You could only pre-order through the website. Okay, I go to the website, the Namco Bandai website, and they're not doing pre-orders anymore. Like, at all.
What the hell? Is it... Okay, this might get political. I don't know. Is there issues with, like, supply lines? Is it coming
Thanks,
from...
Obama.
Well... Is it coming from overseas? Is it one of the... Is it, you know...
No,
Because I'm going to throw in my 2 cents, alright? I pre-ordered a fucking DC Universe Todd McFarlane Lobo figure, and it was available, and then it wasn't available, and now you can't find the damn thing anywhere, because supply lines, I guess. So, Christmas is dead, kids.
well, enjoy the 20 pairs of socks you're getting.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, because, like, even, like, I get some stuff that's overseas. Like, I just bought a mask that came from Russia, and it just took a little longer.
Yeah. Well, I hate to think that, like, the entire bulk of the Lobo action figure market is on a crate somewhere on a boat.
Fairly certain you're the only one.
Well, I don't know.
The entire market is on this podcast.
Yeah. There's only one, and it's on a boat, and it was sent towards me, and I'm not going to get it now.
And now it's lost at sea.
Yeah. Damn it. Anyway. So, that sucks, though. I mean, the special editions of things are usually pretty cool. Is there, like, a statue, or is there anything that came with it, or...
So, the super premium edition that gets, like, a full-size helmet, a statue, a big case for the statue, steelbook, and art book. And in the regular collector's edition, you get the statue, the steelbook, and all that stuff. So basically, I'm just missing out on a helmet that I'll just run around the house, usually in my underwear.
Thou hast forsaken me with macaroni and cheese. Yeah, just yelling at random people in the house. Well, I guess that's cool. I mean,
yeah. That's what do you think I do with my Mandalorian helmet, and my Witcher swords?
I don't want to even venture to think about that, honestly. But yeah, I mean, at least it's got cool shit if you ever get it. I mean, there's been so many things with special pre-order bonuses that were just crap, and I've talked about my batarang
Oh,
that's
boy.
fucking stuck on a fucking podium
Let's
and I
fucking
can't
get
throw
into
it.
that.
And then I remember, what was it, Fallout? They were offering you like this cool backpack or something. And
That was like-
when you got it, it was just this like backpack
Cheap.
that you would get at a fucking Comic-Con for free.
Yeah.
But it looked like this nice, decent, rucksack, and it wasn't anything like that. So people were pissed.
How about the Fallout mask that had black mold in it?
People were getting sick? Like,
Yeah.
imagine Zack running around in his underwear, screaming at the kids, and then just like violently hacking into the fucking helmet, and then spewing up blood. Yeah, black mold, always a good thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and like I bought the helmet, and I told my friend who worked at the GameStop, I was like, "Is this the newer one that doesn't have black mold in it?"
Is this
I don't know.
I mean, I don't put it on. It just looks good on my bookshelf.
Yeah, it's like Fallout Black Mold Edition. It's not good. But
Pretty sure that's how The Last of Us started.
yeah, all of a sudden your face opens up and you can hear things. Yeah.
I'm a mushroom person. No.
Yeah, that's always. God damn it! Imagine if it's something so mundane as that starts a fucking some kind of like zombie
will be.
apocalypse. Yeah. Well,
Jesus.
so the only video game news I had for this week, the president of Square actually came out and said the Avengers game is trash.
Yeah.
He came
No
out.
shit!
He came out, or they. I don't know if it's a he or she, whatever. They came out and said, "Yeah, we dropped the ball on this one. This game's terrible. Sorry." So,
In other news, the sky is blue.
well, it's black right now for us, but
So,
yes.
Yeah, it's gray.
I haven't experienced it, but I've heard Guardians of the Galaxy is pretty good.
Yeah, people are
It is.
giving some good reviews on it. So,
I've played a little bit of it between bouts of Far Cry 6, and it's actually like I'm entertained by it.
nice.
Nice.
What kind of a game?
I waited till reviews were out
Oh yeah, you have to nowadays.
because it was that definite. It was that scene from the Avengers movie where Hawkeye's crying in the rain. Don't give me hope.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck your pre-order. I'm gonna wait. Yeah. But so what? Video game wise, what would you make it? Why? What would you say it's the most like? Is another video game, just gameplay wise and stuff like that?
It's got like a mishmash of lots of stuff because it's kind of like a third-person shooter, but you got a little bit of strategy because you could you're playing as Star-Lord, but you're directing all the other Guardians and directing their attacks and stuff, and like you get the witty banter between all of them, and there's like slight like the choices aren't like huge, but there are slight gameplay deviations from all the dialogue choices you make.
Okay. So maybe Mass Effect.
I'd say if Mass Effect and a Telltale game,
Okay. All right.
because
cool.
there's definitely that like fucking Groot will remember this.
Nice. All right. Cool. So that's good that it's getting good reviews and it's a decent game at least. I mean,
No,
we'll wait for further review from you later on when you've had a
I've
chance
had
to
fun
play
with
it.
it because I'm getting bored of Far Cry 6.
Really? Is it just more repetitive stuff? Just
It's
different overlay,
Like, if
same
you-
game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the novelty and the excitement of possibly beating the shit out of Giancarlo Esposito kind of like loses its luster after a while.
Yeah, I can see how. I mean, I don't hate the guy. He's a great villain, but just beating the shit
I
out of
love
him over and over, I don't know. I'd be like,
Well,
I don't feel like this today,
It's-
sorry.
it's the same fault. Like you have this really cool villain, and then you don't see him. You see him in the beginning, and then every time you take over like a district that he controls, you see him again, and he gets to wax about how awesome fascism is.
Oh, okay. So there you go. There's 2 mini reviews from Zack on video games. I can't think of anything else video game wise that's come out that I can.
I got one here.
No.
And it's kind of like. So you guys could look at this thing up. It's a game. It's like a little Game Boy keychain called the Thumby.
Mm-hmm.
And like somebody the size of Big Vicious could not play this thing. It's a little. It's like a keychain, and I don't know how the fuck you're supposed to play this thing because the screen is so fucking tiny. But it's on Kickstarter and it's made $186,000 on Kickstarter as of right now, and its goal was $15,000.
I'm looking. It's also on Indiegogo. That's how I just pulled it up by typing it in. They got 209,000.
Jesus.
And this thing, yeah. How do normal people play this?
Exactly.
What is this? A Game Boy for ants? Yeah, that's what it looks like. But
what's it called?
Thumby.
Thumby. Thumby.
The tiny playable keychain. I guess they got other like it's a little TV adapter or something. That's so weird.
Yeah.
But yeah,
like,
this thing is fucking tiny. I bet you could play Skyrim on it though. It's got Skyrim.
The only reason I want to play Skyrim is because every now and then I want to laugh at the Macho Man dragon.
The dragon. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
See?
He just saw it.
Yeah, Big Vicious and his big old dick fingers can't play that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems like we're going like Tamagotchis were probably about. Cause my sister had one, and I like always used to fuck with it when she wasn't watching. And that was hard for me to fucking maneuver with, and those things were decently sized, I guess. This thing's fucking tiny.
My thumb would engulf that thing.
Yeah, no.
That's crazy. So you can get what I think you get it for $20. It's $20.
I'm fine.
Yeah, I don't need it. I don't need it. Well, you got 3 games, 4 games on it? So you get Tetris, of course. Because let's keep robbing that poor Russian man that they stole it from.
How the fuck are you supposed to play Tetris on that?
Not for very long or very well. Oh, man. Yeah.
And
anyway,
other stories.
So there's Thumby. Yeah. Go check that out, everybody.
So I want to propose a scenario to you.
Oh, they have Snake.
He's still stuck on this thumb. So moving along, Snake.
They have Snake. I'm gonna buy it now.
Yeah.
So if you landed the dream gig and voice acted one of the main characters of a video game, and the video game comes out, what would you do?
Rejoice, get paid, be happy. I don't know.
Get paid, be happy. You'd probably want to buy the video game that you're on and play it a little bit.
No, why the fuck wouldn't they give it to me for free? Damn it, that'd be one of my perks in the contract.
Well, I'm pretty sure you got it for free. But
if I ever wrestle at WrestleMania, they're giving me a Blu-ray copy for free. It's in my contract. Anyway, no, go ahead.
Anyway.
Yes.
The main character who voice acted in Deathloop wants to play the game that he's in, but he doesn't own a PS5.
Oh my god.
Wow.
So
nice.
So he tweets out that he wants to play the game, but he doesn't, because apparently, I guess maybe he did get it for free. I don't know. He wants to play it. He doesn't have a PS5. Bethesda, who is owned by Xbox, buys him a PS5.
That's like that's fucking hilarious.
Wow.
Bethesda.
Good guy Bethesda, but it was still kind of funny, being like that. It's so hard to get a PS5 that even the guy who was in a PS5 exclusive video game can't get one.
Damn. So, all right, there was this guy. He was in a band called the Dead Kennedys. His name's Joe Biafra. And, like, as publicity stunt or whatever, he was running for mayor of San Francisco years ago. So, one of the people that was actually legit running she's talking about how she's gonna like clean up the neighborhoods of San Francisco and all this. He goes to her house and he starts raking up leaves in her front yard. And he gets a news crew and he starts doing it. That's that kind of shit right there. That's like one of those maneuvers that you're just like, it's genius. It's like, yes, that works. I love it. It's so Bethesda buys a PS5 for a guy when they're exclusively owned by Xbox. I like it. Good on you, Bethesda. Now release a Fallout game that doesn't suck. All right.
Yeah, no. In other news of people doing weird shit to beat Dark Souls games, streamer Rudeism has beat Dark Souls 3 using Morse code.
What the fuck?
Yeah, one button using Morse code.
How?
Don't ask me how he did it.
Yeah, what the hell? Like, I've seen some crazy shit, like people playing Guitar Hero with their toes and shit. And I've seen, fuck, what was it? We were just talking about it.
Dark Souls?
No, not Dark Souls.
Skyrim?
Skyrim. Like, someone plays Skyrim on a fucking pregnancy test, but...
What the fuck?
Fuck is Morse code? How do you Morse code a game?
Don't ask me. People have way too... Like, the one guy who legit, like, hooked his console or PC up to bananas and played Dark Souls using bananas.
Okay. Yeah. I was just happy to beat a game back in the day. I don't need to find new and just disturbing kind of ways to fucking do it now.
Those games are fucking hard enough.
Yeah. Oh, can you... Jesus. Those games back in the day, like Nintendo games, those were fucking tough. A lot of them.
Yeah.
3 lives, and unless you collect enough shit to get another one, you're done. You don't get fucking save spots or anything like that. But
back in my day...
Hey, you kids! Get out of my yard! Sorry. I had to yell at some kids. Anyway. But yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Oh, no, yeah, I get it.
So, we've got to the point where you can play games with bananas that are not as hard as people are saying.
Well, welcome to fucking the Dark Asylum podcast, Boomer Talk.
Yeah. Unless you're a game dev, and then it's too fucking hard.
It sounds like you can steal cars with a Game Boy.
Steal cars with a Game Boy?
No. So in the UK, these car thieves got convicted of stealing 180,000 worth of vehicles. Well, it looks like euros or whatever it is, with a Game Boy. What it is, it was a device that looked just like a Game Boy. Fucking, they were hacking into the vehicles and fucking stealing them. It's pretty funny.
I remember that scene in Terminator 2. He's got like that old ass fucking like dot matrix screen computer, and he puts the bank card on it and shoves it into the ATM, and he's like, "Come on, easy money." I'm like, "What the fuck did he just do? That's amazing!"
Right?
Like fucking hacking back in the '90s. It was just some old ass computer. It looked like a fucking speak and spell. Like, what the hell is he doing? What is that? Yeah, that would have been awesome. So now I guess Game Boy you can do it. That's cool. But yeah, well, it's like, what was it, the PlayStation 2 they used for guiding missiles in Iraq?
Right.
They just like every PlayStation 2 that came into the country was like the military fucking guidance system.
Yeah. And then like, what was it, the big warehouse of PS4s that were like crypto mining or some shit?
Oh yeah, that's even more recent than they're still doing weird shit with video game systems, but crazy. Well, are we done with video games now? I got nothing else.
I got one more.
One more. Lay it on us.
Have we watched Squid Game?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
I haven't yet. But it's the I guess this Twitch streamer has the name Squid Game, Lydia Squid Game Ellery. She's built the brand. She's had this name for the past decade, and now people are mad at her because some people are just now finding out about her, and are like sending her threatening messages about changing her name and shit.
That's so fucking dumb. Stuff like that. It's
So
like
she
if I put my name Dark Tiddlywinks Ness, and then like it's a fucking kids game. Like, oh, Tiddlywinks, you son of a bitch! What did I do? You know, what the hell?
But she had the name way before the show came out, right?
Yeah,
Like a decade.
Yeah.
yeah, fuck them. And why would you get mad at somebody for what the hell? Like someone's like
she's at Squid Gaming on Twitter right now. Posted this tweet. Looks like I might have to change my handle after all. I've lost 2 amazing presenting opportunities because people won't hire me with my Squid Game handle.
Well,
and because it's all like first the super fans of the show are like mad because she's apparently stealing it from the show, quote unquote, and presenters don't want to work with her because of the super violent nature of the show.
oh, jeez. But that Pokemon can still survive and thrive in the thought community. It's like
I can see whatever she's presenting. It depends on what she's presenting. I can understand the violence of the thing, like it being out in light now and it not being back then. But people who are like super fans of the show, it's like, do your fucking research before you start like fucking slandering somebody. Think about the dude who got blamed for Alyssa Lamb's murder.
oh, I forget his name now. It wasn't Chaos. Mayhem.
Morbid.
There you go. Poor Morbid.
Just because he had a post a year earlier at the same hotel doesn't mean he fucking killed her because he wasn't there.
That's
Well, like you've built this brand around yourself, around this name, and like now because another bigger platform has the same name, you have to change your entire fucking branding.
Yeah.
Like if Netflix comes out with a show called Big Vicious,
Yeah.
Right.
and now people are mad at you because you're apparently stealing the show, stealing clout from the show.
He would never steal the show.
That
That was a jab at him.
was hurtful.
Oh, stop. So when Zach's the one that says it, it's hilarious. When someone else says, "Oh, that's not okay."
Well, when you do it, it's too real.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, I understand what you're saying. That's fucked up. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Moving
on a quick side note with the
Quick side note.
the Squid Game, I guess they released like a bit currency of Squid Game,
Of course.
and it was like some kind of coin or whatever. It's like Dogecoin. It was just a meme coin. So the price got up to like 800,000, and
Whoa.
this guy's looking at it. He's like, oh my god, this is amazing. And in real time, shit went to zero, and the people that put it out ran with all the fucking money, and everyone that had invested in it got screwed, and they couldn't do a damn thing about it.
Damn it.
Wow.
And it's just like, wow, it's like the real fucking Squid Game. So the memes on these people who invested on it are strong right now, because it's like, didn't you watch the fucking show? Didn't you see what happened? So yeah, they got the price up to it to like 800,000, and then it disappeared, dropped to zero, and nobody can find, or the FBI's like, we don't give a shit, So, yep, all that money is just gone now. So
Well, just imagine if you're quick enough to pull out, like before.
I've always been,
There's
at least as far as I know.
Jesus.
little bald-headed kids running around.
That's usually how they come into the world, but okay.
Well, I mean, I think that's what we think of Baby Sasquatch, the sightings that we've seen. It's just a bunch of little darknesses kids.
Well, none that I'm owning up to, at least for another 17 years. So, but yeah, crazy shit. So, invest your bitcoins wisely, kids.
Jesus.
The most recent meme coin's probably not the best idea, but that's up to you. So, but yeah, that's all I have for video game news. What do we want to venture into now?
$40 in meme coins.
Well, goddamn dog coins all over the place. Get them picked up.
I do. I got the. Well, it's gotten me up to like, I put in $40 to the Shiba coin, and welcome to the financial quarter of the Dark Asylum podcast.
First.
I put $40 into the Shiba coin, and now it's like up to $200.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
It was up to $300 for a second. I'm kind of mad I didn't pull out and spray everywhere.
I had a little bit of money in the Shiba, and I got it up to. I put in like, I don't know, it was like 20 or something. I got it up to 100, and I took it out because it was like, at one point it was down to like fucking $2.
Ugh.
And I was just like, whatever. It wasn't a lot of money, but once it got up to 100, I'm like, I'm not going to play around with this. But I mean, I guess it's one of those things. It's like, it is a waiting game. It's you have to sit on it, especially when it's this fucking Bitcoin shit, because one day it might just fucking go through the roof, and you just have to be paying attention and like hit it at the right time.
Yeah, that's fucking finances for you, everybody. But, so we're gonna move on to movies now.
We'll move on to movies. Why the fuck not?
Okay, movies. So finally, after how long did we record that episode? The fucking Eternals is gonna come out.
Yeah.
And yeah, I gotta go back and look because there's something. It's been maybe a year. I think it's actually been like right around a year that we said that Eternals was coming out, and it didn't come out.
Oh, it's come out this weekend.
Yeah, but nobody had decided to, change the release date on it.
It was funny because Darkness like, as of this recording,
yeah,
we would have watched Eternals.
Yeah. I feel like a fucking idiot, but I as the first time I've ever gone in and recorded like a little mini disclaimer. I was like, hey everybody, this show's based solely around this idea that's not true, so sorry ahead of time. But so it's scheduled for release on November 7th or something like that, and it is, I believe from what they're saying, the first rotten Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. And the only people...
More rotten than Thor 2?
Yes. So it's gotten more ratings... Or it's only gotten ratings from actual critics, quote-unquote. It's not an audience score. It's just critics. So
I don't believe it.
Okay.
Like, I think most critics have shit on most superhero movies. So... I'll believe it when I see it, because, like, there's no way it could be worse than fucking Captain Marvel.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's so weird because like, Captain Marvel is not a good movie, but they got everyone on their side to kind of ramp up the rating on there. But right now it's sitting at 208 reviews and at a 53%, which is certified rotten.
Ouch.
And there's a 0 audience ratings right now at this point. So...
And they pulled the film from Saudi Arabia. It's not. They pulled it from playing there.
Yeah. So in a very strange.
Why? Because a woman had an opinion?
No, because there's a gay homosexual. I think they're character or something like that. So in other times when they would have it, they would cut that scene and give it to that country without that scene in it. For some reason, they're standing by it and they're just like, no, we're going to release it like this. Probably to kind of offset their low rating, but So Shang-Chi's got 92%, 98% audience score, which is
I need to watch that.
Cool for them. I'm trying to see the other ones So Captain Marvel is a 45% audience score and a 79% critic score. Endgame is 94.90. So that's
Endgame is.
Oh yeah,
those ones are perfect.
Yeah. So the one that they're talking about being like the lowest rated one, other than this, would be movie wise, Thor: The Dark World. And I'm trying to find the rating for it right now. The Dark World. Oh, so it's 66% critic score and 75% audience score. So it is one of the lower rated ones, but Eternals is lower than that so far.
But not as low as Captain Marvel.
Not audience score wise, no.
Oh, okay. I don't think Thor 2 was bad. It was just it got kind of boring in places.
Yeah, that's the biggest gripe from most of the critics right now. Is it's just a long, boring movie with the Eternals. So you got 10 characters, 10 plus characters that you're trying to introduce. They're all different. They're all, and it's just too much to take in, I guess. And it's got a huge ass runtime as well. I'm trying to find it exactly.
They released the runtime for Spider-Man No Way Home too, which is about 2.5 hours. So they're getting their time in.
Yeah. So Eternals is going to run you 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Fuck me.
Yeah. So good luck with that, guys.
It's totally time I want to dedicate to a movie I don't want to see.
A budget of $200 million.
Yeah. So I mean, some of the critics are like, an ambitious superhero epic that soars as often as it strains. Eternals takes the MCU in intriguing and occasionally confounding new directions, but they give it like a rotten score. So I don't know. And these are all like legit from news media and all that stuff. So it's a beautiful movie. It's just long, clumsy, and repetitive. so it's like, it's kind of like pretty, but it's boring. So kind of like Dune. So,
Oh, fuck you.
I snuck it in there. We'll get to that too, but still.
You dirty motherfucker. I will rain hellfire upon you.
Yes.
I haven't seen Dune yet.
Well, I don't think anyone's seen it the first shot. It takes like 2 or 3 to, unless you're on Xanax or something. I don't know. All right. Yes, it's a beautiful movie, but
dirty motherfucker.
It's a little long and a lot of I'm hoping establishing for the next one. So I love how like
talking about Dune or Eternals?
Dune. No, I went to Dune now because like that's all we haven't seen it yet, but that's just what they're saying before it comes out. I guess by the next episode I should have been able to see it. I'm not paying full price. I'm gonna go on cheap $5 day, but
it's on HBO Max.
No, I'm talking about Eternals.
Oh, Eternals.
Yeah.
God damn it!
No. I'm just saying I haven't seen it yet, so that's enough for Eternals covers. But that's what we've heard so far from critics. Moving on to Dune, though.
Do you not like art?
See that? Let's say here's the thing. I mean, if you splatter a bunch of shit onto a canvas and put it up on the wall, I don't call that art. Some people, Jackson Pollock, might say it is. So it's all up to you. Visually, it was really cool, and I understand those books because I read them when I was younger. Man, there's a lot of building that needs to be done.
And they're doing a great job of it.
They're doing a good job. But if you, based on the previews that you see, when you go, like those common folk, when they go into the movie to watch it, they're expecting a different movie. Those peasants. So, like I said, Blade Runner is one of my favorite sci-fi movies of all time. That is not a laser blasting, run and gun type of movie. It's not an action movie. So I understand it's more Blade Runner than it is Star Wars. Dune. So I understand the movie. I know what they're doing, and it was a little bit hard to get through it because I was expecting a little bit more action, but I knew what they were doing, and I was okay with it. So it's more of an art movie than it is a science fiction blast 'em up, So, but yeah, there's some stupid shit in there, but it wasn't bad,
Yeah, I keep hearing mixed reviews. I've been dealing with too many other things to actually sit down and watch a movie that I would have to kind of pay attention to. So I'm waiting for the opportunity to be able to enjoy it or not enjoy it, I guess. Depending on what my take is on it, but it looks great. So I'm excited.
Oh yeah, it looks really good. It's a step up from what they've had in the past as far as adaptations.
Yeah,
for sure. You don't have Sting running around in a Speedo yet, but
damn it.
I'll be disappointed if they don't. I think Batista is the one who's going to be running around in a Speedo.
And we've all seen that, haven't we?
We've all seen that.
But yeah, the effects were great. The performances were really good. I liked, I'm forgetting his name now. He's going to play Moon Knight, Poe Dameron. Yeah, he was good.
He's good. He's good in everything.
I was a little, I don't want to say disappointed, but I was a little dumbstruck by the fact that Zendaya got such a high ranking on the credits list, and she's only in it for maybe 10 minutes.
Really?
And like in mostly flashbacks.
Yeah, like she's sprinkled throughout the movie until she makes her introduction towards the ass end of the movie. But yeah, it's interesting. Like, it's not, I don't want to say bait and switch, but she's going to be in it for the long haul as the sequel comes out. So, but yeah, there was a lot of good performances in there. There was some not so good ones, but yeah.
What was the not so good one?
Jason Momoa surprisingly wasn't that great.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I will, as much as I honestly, I really love this movie, but yeah, Jason Momoa, I just kind of didn't like.
Yeah, that was one of the few that the kid's great. I mean,
the kid who plays Paul is great.
Paul's great. His mom's great. Most of the performances are really good, but Jason Momoa being in there, and then it's almost like he's phoning it in.
Because you watch Jason Momoa, like, you don't watch Jason Momoa be a fucking character. You watch him be Jason Momoa. And Jason Momoa doesn't fit into the Dune universe.
Yeah, that's exactly, you just hit it right on the head. It's Jason Momoa just being Jason Momoa in another movie. And
it did kind of weird me out that, like, and I made this observation out loud, screaming at Brittany. But, like, every time you see Jason Momoa on camera, his beard gets shorter.
I didn't notice that. Okay.
Rewatch the movie because, like, at first it's like, you see him at first and he's got a long beard, and then he comes back from the Fremen and it's kind of stubbly, and then you see him another time and he's clean shaven.
Interesting. So as the movie goes longer, his beard gets shorter.
Yeah, it's fucking upsetting and weird.
How much longer in Dune? I don't know. Where's Jason Momoa's beard at? All right, we got 20 minutes left. Oh, okay. Damn. Like I said, I mean, I didn't dislike it. I wasn't fully on board with it. It was a little bit slow, but I'm more excited for the sequel watching the first one.
Well, yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, there's so many books, though, so they could go, if it makes a lot of money or whatever.
And there'll be plenty more Jason Momoa.
Well, spoilers, fucker. Jeez.
Oh, sorry about spoiling the book series that's fucking 50 years old.
That's an amazing thing, too, when you think about it. Like, a lot of these old authors that wrote science fiction before it was actual fiction, or before it was an actuality, like, some of the stuff they came up with is insane when you consider when they wrote those books. So, I mean...
Have you ever read Starship Troopers?
That's another crazy one, too, yeah. And
it's fucking garbage.
The book?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, they changed the movie to reflect, like, a totally different theme. But, yeah, that's insane, the kind of stuff. You know, the stuff that was futuristic to them is modern day for us, and they're writing this stuff way back when. So, I'm trying to look it up right now.
Well, Frank Herbert was just downing acid.
Yeah, Dune it's 1965 he wrote that.
Jesus.
So, think about it, that's crazy.
He loved acid, too, and you can really tell.
Yes, the worms were like fucking shit that he would see. He's like, whoa, no. Yeah.
This giant fat man who flies everywhere.
Yeah, that's a good, interesting thing, too. So, it like Blade Runner, the movie, or the book that Blade Runner's based off of, 1968, it was written in. And it's just like, my God, you know, some of the concepts and ideas, it's just amazing. So, it's cool to see that kind of stuff come back, you know. But, like I said, it wasn't a bad movie. It was just, go into it knowing that it is a science fiction movie, not a science action movie.
It's Game of Thrones in space.
There you go. Perfect sign of. I mean, there's some exciting parts, but
less penises.
So far.
Some. Oh God, I hope the Paul just pulls it out one time.
Yeah.
He's meeting up with the Fremen, and they're trying their alpha male bullshit, and he just fucking pulls it out as an alpha male move.
Jesus.
That's how Zack establishes himself in a locker room. Nobody says anything to him. We're like, he just whips it like, all right, dude. And then nobody talks to him, and they're all afraid of him, so it's good. That's how he does it.
Because I've established myself as the alpha male.
Yeah. He goes and rubs it up on some stuff and marks his territory.
This is my area now.
Yeah. Shit. So yeah, there you go. There's Dune, I guess. I mean, anything else you want to cover with Dune?
Not with Dune.
Not with Dune. Okay. What other movies then?
Alec Baldwin killed a guy.
Oh, Jesus. This is sad as hell. And it wasn't a guy, it was a girl. But
A girl.
I thought it was a guy and a girl.
So he shot, it went through the girl, the
Jesus.
director, and it hit another director. But I wanna make sure I get these names because it's fucking sad, man.
This is why, no matter what, if anything, like, if it's a prop gun, if it's anything, you treat it as it's real.
Oh, yeah.
You don't go around pointing it at people. You don't fucking keep your finger on the trigger. Trigger discipline's a real thing. You respect anything that will shoot a projectile out of it, potentially.
So, we've talked about this on the show before. One of the things that shaped my childhood in a way was The Crow, and
yeah,
I read the comic. I was so into this movie coming out. I heard it. I was like, no way, they're making The Crow. Brandon Lee died on the set in a very similar fashion as to what happened on the set of this movie, and like they had said that they had established new rules and they had made new, guidelines and everything when handling weapons on a set and all this other stuff to try and keep something like that ever happening again. And to see it happen again and to hear all the side stories coming out about it, it's just fucking sad.
Yeah.
It could have been avoided. People were being lazy as shit from what it sounds like. There was so many people, like hands or people in the kitchen or hands in the pot or whatever the fuck you want to call it, that there is no chain of events that they can even go back to because there's so much shit.
It was just a freak accident. I feel horrible for Alec Baldwin, but like I said, treat it as it's real.
Okay, this might garner some fucking shit, but Alec Baldwin is not fucking handling this well. As far as he is being a fucking asshole, and he is trying to shift blame on everyone else. Which, if it's someone else's blame, that's fine. If you're gonna sit there and post pictures of your family for fucking Halloween and try and get yourself fucking sympathy, that's bullshit. Trying to blame everyone else and basically being Alec Baldwin. That's fucked,
Noted asshole Alec Baldwin continues to be an asshole.
Yeah, so I'm going to massacre her name, and I'm sorry. Helena Hutchins. She's gone. She's survived by her husband and kids.
That's a husband and kids who did not have their mom Halloween. And their wife for Halloween. And Alec Baldwin, instead of reaching out towards the family, expressing his sympathy, it was a freak accident, man. Like, it was it was just a.
You all right?
Is he having a seizure?
I don't know.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, okay.
Fucking internet. It's this weather. But
he's getting real choked up here. You're seeing some real emotion from Zack.
I know.
No.
It hits harder because, like, me and Big V, we have kids, and the thought of, like, not being there for Halloween or a holiday kind of hits harder. So, just reach out. I'm sorry, is there any way I can do this for you? Stay off fucking social media. But if you're being a fucking prick and being like, oh, hey, here's my family on Halloween. I have a wife and a mom.
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude.
And I don't know if you guys have seen it either. They caught him, like, walking somewhere, like all these paparazzi people walk up to him, and he's like, I'm not allowed to talk about this. I'm going to talk to you guys about this. And then his wife kind of walks in and starts talking. And he's like, hey, go stand over there. Like he's yelling at his wife, and he just oozes fucking asshole, you know, in this whole thing. And I'm like,
did you ever hear
Jesus,
hear
dude,
the recording of him calling his daughter a fucking
pig
or some shit?
Yeah. So he's still fucking Alec Baldwin all through if I was him, I'd just keep your fucking mouth shut until it, you know. But he's going on and he's doing like clothing exchanges for fucking, I don't know. He's just living his life basically.
Why? Like, help this family out that you just took their a loved one away from.
Yeah.
And don't fucking post about it.
Yeah. It's just ridiculous the way that it's gone, you know. And it's sad because in the prior incident with Brandon Lee, the guy that actually shot Michael Wincott, no, was it Michael Wincott? I believe it was Michael Wincott. Mm-hmm. That haunted his ass till his final days. He is no longer with us, and he said, like, in one of his last interviews, he's like, there is not a day that goes by that this does not just drag me down, you know? And it sucks because you look at somebody who doesn't have sociopathic tendencies, and it's like, Jesus, bro. I mean,
an actual decent human.
Yeah, and it wasn't Michael Wincott. That Michael Wincott was top dollar. I want to get his name right because he's no longer with us, and it was just
wasn't the guy who played Funboy, wasn't it?
No, Funboy. Yeah, Funboy was the one, and it was like I said, I want to get it right because it's tragic what happened to him because he's no longer with us either. So, it wasn't Michael Massey. That's right. So Michael Massey, like I said, I mean, up until his final day, it was just something that haunted him. But then, like, not even 2-3 days after the thing, you see Alec Baldwin walking around just living his fucking life, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what kills me the most. It's like, I can understand if it's an accident and you have, you know, remorse and stuff. But, I don't know. It just rubbed me the wrong way in the worst way, you know what I mean? It's like, fuck that guy.
That's one of the big things I have a problem with, like, Hollywood, because we look at all these people as big things. So here's the thing. Okay, maybe this is his... Maybe he shuts down and he tries to, like... He might deal with it in a different way, but you don't walk around knowing that people are going to be watching you.
Oh, yeah.
You know, take yourself somewhere. Be in private. Fucking... But don't go on about your business like it's nothing. I mean, if that's the way you deal with your life, cool, but you know what? Because you are who you are, you chose to be in the public eye, you need to kind of reevaluate and do things a little differently.
Yeah.
The industry as a whole needs to look at this and learn from it. Like, I think it was earlier today, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson came out with a statement saying his production company, 7 Bucks Studios, are not going to be using real guns anymore.
Yeah, there's no reason that you should. I mean, with today's technology and everything like that, for God's sake, I had a cap gun when I was a kid that could still give you a similar fucking effect. Why can't we have anything better? You know? I don't get it. Like, why do you need to have bullets with gunpowder in them at all? Why do you need a firing pin in a fucking gun? I mean, if you're going to use blanks, there's so much better ways to do that now that won't give you a projectile, won't give you the same kind of, you know, digital effects. For God's sakes, they don't even put blood in half the fucking movies anymore. Like, have you seen a Tarantino movie lately? Right. All it is digital blood. I'm sure they can do that with fucking gunshots.
They can. I was watching somebody on TikTok who was showing how they can actually fucking do everything.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's a new TikTok thing because of a tragedy. Somebody's out there making videos. Then become popular. The thing I mean, the defense for it is I know it's an independent movie. I know it's a low-budget movie. And they're cutting corners for costs and everything. So maybe that's why they're doing it this way. But for God's sake, man, at least keep your shit under control. A life's not worth cutting a corner.
No, definitely not. And I know that they weren't setting out to do this or anything like that. But, like, you're out fucking... I mean, this is all just reports that we're getting. and who the fuck knows what's real and what's not. But they were out shooting with that gun, like cans and bottles off of a fucking fence, like an hour beforehand or something like that. You know?
Jesus!
So they're real guns. There's real bullets in the area, and then they're supposed to be able to keep track of actual live rounds, which should never be on a fucking movie set. They're supposed to keep track of dummy rounds that look like real bullets, and they're supposed to keep track of the blanks that are bullets with the ends cut off. So when you have a set like that and all this shit's going on, I can understand how it happened, but it shouldn't have fucking got there, you know?
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck in between scenes are you gonna go out and shoot the prop guns, quote unquote? You shoot cans and bottles off of it because you're fucking bored somewhere. Like, Jesus, man, do what everyone else does and get on your fucking phone and, you know, TikTok or whatever. But I don't know. It blows me away the amount of not uncaring, but the amount of negligence that had to take place for this to fucking all happen. You know, so many. It had to pass through so many people's fucking screen that this happened. You know. Mm-hmm. So
it had to go through so many people, and like so many people were just like, "Oh, it's a gun."
Yeah, and there's other like well-known actors on. Jensen Ackles was on the set and everything. He was in the movie, so you know, there's a bunch of people that are getting screwed over by this whole scenario, and from top to bottom, it's just because people wouldn't fucking take the time, you know. And I guess the armor on this thing is a real piece of work too. So. It's,
I just came across the thing. The Rust's armorer's lawyer say fatal live round could have been left as sabotage.
See, this is the same kind of shit they tried to pull with the Crow too. Like they're saying that somebody intentionally tried to kill Brandon Lee because of the fucking curse and all this other bullshit.
You're being fucking lazy.
Yeah. It's the curse of fucking laziness and procrastination is what it is.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous. But, yeah. So, I mean, my heart goes out to that poor family, man. And not Alec Baldwin's. I mean, yeah, if he had a conscience, I'd feel bad. But, I mean...
He was a good person.
That's the thing. Yeah, but... And his wife who's, you know... screaming at everybody, and it's just a shit show. And like I said, the real thing, the real people that need the help are just getting overlooked because, you know, either one side or the other is fucking Alec Baldwin this, Alec Baldwin that. So yeah, it's just tragic. And though
because Alec Baldwin is a horrible piece of shit, I don't feel bad about posting memes making fun of him.
Yeah, I mean, he said some fucking horrible shit about, you know, people in general, and ironically tragic at this point now, some of the shit that he said.
Yeah.
But I'll fucking get into it.
His fucking tweet, how does it feel taking away a life? I don't know, Alec, you tell me.
Yeah, exactly. That's yeah. The
only like good thing he's done is beating the shit out of that paparazzi.
So him and Russell Crowe are your heroes now, huh?
Yes. No.
And
just
Bjork.
Russell Crowe now.
No, and Bjork. She always fights with paparazzi.
Yo, like, if that was my life, fuck, man.
Yeah.
I'd be in the news every day for punching one of those fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Right.
But, I mean, overall, it's just fucking sad and tragic. So, I feel bad for that family. And, you know, good luck to him out there. Because Alec Baldwin's going to go on.
Podcast, hearts go with you.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, that's... Any happier fucking movie news? We got anything better to... We can go into TV shows, because we had a lot of fucking shit go on with that.
TV shows.
Oh, we had...
Fuck it.
You know, TV shows now?
TV shows.
Do we want to cover Dark Side of the Ring or What We Do in the Shadows first?
Hold on, I want to talk about this because A, it covers Game of Thrones, B, it covers the sex scenes.
Okay.
The actress who plays Yara Greyjoy was talking about how the sex scenes were a frenzied mess. And had like intimacy directors and shit in there.
Okay.
And it was basically just like there was no direction for any of them, and it was just like, all right, action. You know what to do. Well, you know what sex looks like.
Intimacy coaches. What fucking job? How do you get that job in Hollywood? Like, I know how to fuck. Come here.
I'm sending out resumes.
Yeah.
The intimacy director is a choreographer essentially hired to help facilitate scenes involving physical touch that often involve nudity and simulated sex.
Okay.
It's to help the actors feel more comfortable with conveying love or sex on a screen.
Lovely.
Sex.
There you go.
I mean, because you can't. It's 2021. You can't just pull it out and just be like, okay, we're gonna pretend to fuck now.
Yeah.
Tommy Wiseau running around in his fucking cock sock.
What's the story, Mark? He's got a cock sock hanging there.
So,
Yeah.
Or I guess that's how Emilia Clarke first met Jason Momoa. Was like their first scene was their sex scene together. And he just burst in the room with a cock sock on. Hey, wifey! And just like hugs her, and that fucking terrified me.
On so many levels.
6'4", just jacked Jason Momoa chasing after me. I've had nightmares where that happened.
Were they nightmares though? I mean,
there were nightmares, and then I came.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm in my 30s. I still have wet dreams.
Honey, it happened again.
Zack's wife's like, hey baby, why were you smiling and giggling in your sleep?
Yeah, it's because I giggle when I come.
Who doesn't?
I was being chased by Jason Momoa in a cocksock.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the movie world, I was going to say, we get the Boondock Saints 3.
Oh, really? I have never heard about this.
That's been talking about for years, though.
It's actually moving on now, though. It's been talked about. They've actually wrote the script and everything, but since the only one that got popular out of that whole thing was Norman Reedus.
Yeah.
But like, what's the other brother? Sean Patrick Flannery.
Yeah, Flannery.
Yeah.
Flannery.
Yeah.
He looks like if you watch him between the first movie and the second movie, he looks like somebody stuck a bicycle pump in his face.
Yeah, I think it was him because he went through rehab and everything. I think that was him just like ballooning out because he goes back to looking somewhat normal in other things.
He was in Saw, wasn't he?
He's in Dexter too.
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah. He was a sleazy business guy. It was all up on the sister or something like that. I don't remember.
Oh, the Peacemaker show looks good.
Yes. Oh my God, we haven't even talked about the Disney or the DC shit yet from.
We haven't gone into that yet.
Yeah.
Real
DC
quick,
fandom.
Dan Akroyd is planning a Great Outdoors 2, which I don't agree with.
How the fuck are you gonna do? Who's gonna play John Candy?
That's the thing.
This is where we announce on here that Big Vicious has been played the role, and they're gonna carry Fisher, John Candy's face, over Big Vicious's body.
Damn.
But yeah, the Great Outdoors 2, which I
No
don't
sell.
agree with.
Yeah, good for him.
We got Hocus Pocus 2.
Yeah, God.
Gross.
And then we have
Sarah Jessica Parker. No makeup needed. No makeup at all in that movie.
Right. And then we have an Expendables 4.
Oh, well, that would be, depending on who they get to come in, that would be kind of cool to see.
My understanding is Sylvester Stallone is actually going to take himself out in this movie and pass it on to, what's his name? The UFC fighter.
Randy Couture?
Yeah.
Okay. Why didn't he give it to fucking, what's his ass?
Randy Couture can't act his way out of a wet paper bag.
They were talking originally about doing a female version of the Expendables, which would have been kind of cool to see. like Cynthia Rothrock and Brigitte Nielsen and all. I mean, they could all get their shit together. That would be kind of cool to see, you know. Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey.
Carano, that's the name I was trying to fucking remember.
Oh yeah, they were talking about making a female version of it, which would have been cool to see.
Yeah.
Apparently she's back.
Oh, is she for
She's
Star
coming
Wars?
back for Star Wars, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, we got the Book of Boba Fett. Speaking of TV stuff, that they had a preview for that come out.
That looks cool.
It does actually. It looks really good. I'm surprised.
I haven't seen it yet.
It looks like a sci-fi mafia movie.
Nice.
It really does.
Yeah. It's
Like
he
it looks
takes
like Star Wars Sopranos.
he takes Jabba's place and he's like, Jabba ruled you all with fear and intimidation. I want to rule you all with coordination and you know, he's just going off like how it's going to be a different kind of regime for space piracy and shit. So I was like, all right, dude, all right, I could go for this. So, but yeah, it seems
And
pretty
then
cool.
that one guy who kind of is like shitting on him to his face, you know, he's gonna like just get whacked later.
Yeah. But yeah, the underworld of Star Wars is something that should definitely be explored a little bit more. I think it's got a lot of good stories to it. We were supposed to have a game about it years ago, but it got shut down. And then the comics they have out.
Oh my god, the biggest tragedy.
Yes. Oh my god. Yeah. And people who are listening know about it. They know. They're just like, yes. But that and Star Wars Bounty Hunters, the comic series right now, is actually pretty decent too.
Yes.
Goes into it. So, but yeah, Star Wars Underworld. I like it. It's good stuff. Anyway. Back to what were we talking about before this? We just went off on a tangent, sorry.
I just brought out that the sequels are coming out, and then
Yeah.
went from Expendables into other things.
Yes. Female Expendables and Boba Fett. There you go.
Gina Carano.
Boobs and boba.
There you go.
Boobs and
Some good stuff. So, but TV shows that we are watching. Which one first? We want to go.
We have 2 episodes of Dark Side of the Ring to catch up on.
3.
3? Fuck me.
Yeah, the whole series is over. The season is over, not the series, but I'm sure there'll be a 3 featuring Johnny Moxley, but we'll get into that too.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So, Dark Side of the Ring, the first one.
Was it Luna?
Luna Vachon, yeah.
Luna Vachon. It made me like actively sad because if she was coming up today, she'd be a fucking superstar.
Oh yeah, yeah. She was like way out of her time, you know. And it was kind of cool. They got Gangrel, David Heath, to talk about her and stuff because he was actually married to her. And I've met Gangrel a couple of times, and he's always been like that. He's like way cool. He's like, you know, so how he talks. He's just like so excited about everything, and you know, to see him kind of be like, oh man, like I felt bad. You know,
like you could tell, like part of him still loves her.
Oh yeah, and to see like her son and everything like that, it was just fucking tragic. But the coolest story for me out of that episode was how Alundra Blaze was like, just take the belt off me. And she's like, I don't care, this is ridiculous, you should have this, blah, blah. You know, and Luna's like, no, I can't. And Alundra Blaze purposely didn't fucking kick out. Like it was a house show or something. I don't remember what they were talking about, but she just took it. She's gonna let Luna win. Luna got up on purpose because she didn't want to get fired. It was just like, it's a great story. I loved it. It was funny. So Luna was almost champion, but you know, it's fucking sad she never was.
My favorite is kind of how she just made Gangrel fall in love with her. Or like they're in the car accident. They're not the car accident, but the car ride. And she, like, I guess Gangrel's just driving, and all of a sudden she just pops up and starts grabbing his shoulders. Why don't you like me? Why don't you like me?
Yeah, that was another great story. But yeah, it's fucking sad. Like at the very end, she's a fucking tow truck driver and everything else, and like as that's happening, the women's revolution in wrestling is going on. I'm just like, that's fucked, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Luna, it was funny because I was just watching the other day. This clip came up on, I think it was actually TikTok, with the oddities.
Yes.
I fucking love that shit.
Yep. I remember one of the first ECW tapes I ever bought, because we had to buy tapes because it was no internet, basically. It was Heatwave, I think it was 95. So I bought it for the chair shot heard around the world, and the fucking intergender cage match between her and Stevie Richards is still fucking great to watch to this day.
Right.
Like, she did not give a fuck. She went out there and beat the shit out of Stevie Richards.
She beat the fuck out of that boy. Oh my god.
And he took it. He was like, let's fucking do this. So, yeah, that was good stuff. I remember that. But it was good to see her out of WWE, like what she could actually do. So, but yeah, so that was Luna. Any other things on Luna?
No, not so much.
Yeah. So the other one we got, the third or the second show, the XPW, just basically XPW as a whole. It was
Fuck Rob Black.
fuck Rob Black. Don't say that too loud. You get a knock at your door. Allegedly,
yeah.
Yeah, that was insane. And it was funny
What
because
an absolute piece of shit.
yes. So I was watching the show and I already knew, and I kept looking at Messiah's hand, and I'm like, "Yep. There it is. He's got no fucking thumb." So, Jesus, man. I mean, there's some other stuff in there that you're just like, "What the fuck?" It's good to see New Jack too for a while.
New Jack's ghost came back to say hi.
to say, I killed that motherfucker. He was talking about fucking Vic Grimes and how he tried to literally murder him.
Pissed off because of the botched...
God, I miss him.
The Danbury Fall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, I'd be pissed too, though, I have to admit. Motherfucker lands on my head.
Yeah. The one that got me was was it Luke Hawx, who was like, they were giving him shit because he put his hand up to take a chair shot, which good on him. It's safe.
Yeah.
And then he comes back, and I guess that Rob Black is just flipping the fuck out, calling him a pussy, and we don't do that shit here. Fuck you. You're not the one taking the shot.
Yeah.
Right.
That's some bullshit. You know.
And then he gets Supreme to chain up the kid and just tee off on his unprotected fucking head.
Yeah. There's so much fucking bullshit in that. Yeah. So he fucked him up.
That Messiah promo is fucking weird, though. When, like, Messiah got kicked out of XPW and, like, went off to heaven or some shit.
Messiah wasn't even a part of it. They just had to film something to explain why their fucking top star was gone all of a sudden.
That was fucking weird, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a little... It was like in a fucking warehouse, in their warehouse, and they had this weird angel-looking thing. It was like, of all the stupid shit, that's what they put out.
Horrible rape porn.
Yeah, that was like on the other side of XPW was his Rob Black Productions porn.
That's what funded XPW.
Yeah. And he would do like the most fucking, I don't know, like, I don't want to say dirty, because just like violent porn.
Yeah.
But yeah. It was, yeah, that's fucking crazy. It was all like rape porn and shit. I don't know.
I consider myself a connoisseur of the porno world, and like some of the shit they were showing on that show, I was like, hey, you gotta calm down with that shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Like anyone who purchased should be on a list somewhere. It's just like...
Oh my god. My favorite story out of that one was fucking New Jack talking about, oh yeah, he paid me, and then he was just like in the warehouse saying, hey, take all the porn, and I was like, I took a forklift to that motherfucker.
Yes. He said he walked out with like 250 tapes or shit like that. I filled up a bucket of that shit and I just walked the fuck out. I miss New Jack, man. I never want to wrestle him, but God, he's funny to listen to his stories and his not give a fuck, you know, attitude towards the whole thing.
And then I always love the cutscenes where it's like the out of focus wrestler, because in that one he's just riding a fucking the out of focus New Jack is in New Jack's gear, riding a forklift, and porn is just dropping out of these crates, and he's having a fucking blast.
Fucking New Jack.
Yeah, but I mean, the story with Messiah getting his thumb cut off was fucking terrible.
That's the real one.
That's the whole thing with it. I mean, there's a lot of fucked up other shit that I learned from this one, but like him sending fucking thugs to this dude's house, and he's got a roommate, so he just leaves the door unlocked. He's playing video games.
Like, hey, buddy, what's up?
And then they're just standing there, like, looking at him because they don't know what the fuck to do either.
Yeah.
Oh, and then they just attack his ass. I'm like, good God. And then him talking about how he tried to escape the first time, and he's reaching for the doorknob to open it without a thumb.
But he can't. Yeah.
Can't open the fucking door. Oh, that just.
We cut off for Johnson.
Yeah, seriously. That's some fucked up stuff. I guess that's what they were originally supposed to do, but they got cold feet, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
So.
I don't think I could cut off another man's penis.
Well. Go all fucking Fight Club and just put a rubber band around it. That would suck. Yeah. So yeah, that was XPW and all the fucked up stuff that they went through. But yeah, for some reason,
trial.
Oh yeah, but for some reason Rob Black, didn't want to be on tape for that one. He didn't. He denied their request for
some
comment.
reason.
Yeah, who knows?
For some reason. There's a bunch of people on there just shitting all over him.
Yeah. So the season finale for season 3, Dark Side of the Ring, is the steroid trial. So, yeah. I mean, I remember when that shit was going down.
I do too. But it was interesting because you get to see Vince's lawyer. I mean, he does lawyer speak around a lot of stuff, but he is pretty candid about how close. I mean, with how many times that guy's probably kept Vince's ass out of jail.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd be pretty close to the guy too.
Yeah. He'd be like, "Hey, homie." But that was an interesting one because they got his lawyer to talk, but he could only say certain things. And then they went through the list of wrestlers who had to talk at the thing, and they were all pretty much on Vince's side. They're like, you know what? No, it was never Vince that pushed it on us. It was never this.
Except
it was
for Nail.
Exactly. Except for fucking Nails. And the best story out of this one, and I forget the exact word. They're like, hey Nails, do you have any animosity towards Vince McMahon? No, not whatsoever. And then the lawyer said, he doesn't know what animosity means. And then he's like, what? He's like, re-ask the question. Hold on. Do you hate Vince McMahon? Yeah, I hate that fucking guy. It's like, oh my God. So it just shot through that whole fucking testimony. That was great.
It's Nails, so it'll be more like, yeah, I hate that fucking guy.
Yeah, his real voice versus his Nails voice, but yeah.
I'll kill that motherfucker! Yeah. He tried to grab my penis!
That was hilarious. The fucking, do you have any animosity? No. Oh, he doesn't know what that means.
He's like, re-ask it. He don't know what it means.
What is animosity? Is that some sort of cake?
Yeah. That was hilarious. But yeah, that was the best one. And just the kind of sleazy lawyer that Vince has got talking everybody through it, and how, he basically saved Vince. And I mean, from what it sounded like, honestly, Vince might have had a thing in it, but he wasn't pushing it. He wasn't part of the chain of events or whatever. So, yeah, it seems like he was really targeted towards the whole thing. They just wanted to make a point because all of a sudden, now it's illegal, but So, and no, we're not going to fuck with football or baseball or anything else because they have more money than we do. Let's try Vince. Let's try this guy out. So that's kind of what it seemed like to me.
Well, honestly, the guy's a self-made millionaire, and we don't like that, so we're just going to come after his ass.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But luckily he got through that one. So, or else the WWE would be very different, if at all.
Yes.
So. But yeah, so that was Dark Side of the Ring. That finished up the series, or the season, so who knows when they're coming back and who...
I'm excited to see what the season 4 is going to look like.
Yeah.
Steroids.
Do what?
I just said steroids everywhere.
They just did
Oh,
that.
yeah, they did that one.
I know.
They can do a whole episode on Hulk Hogan being a piece of shit.
Oh, well. Yeah. I mean, they could do that. What other things could they, like, the Renegade, maybe? I don't know.
Here's my
I don't know
thing.
if that's interesting enough.
Yeah.
They should come out with something on Hogan, because you know what? I'm still burnt on that fucking WWE documentary they did on the Ultimate Warrior and just like fucking buried that dude.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, granted, he was losing
He was a piece of shit.
He was losing his shit at the time, but they went and buried that dude and fucking like, just because they didn't want to. I mean, some of the shit he was talking was the truth. Some of it might have been out of lines, but you know, if the Ultimate Warrior's calling you a piece of shit and Macho Man's calling you a piece of shit, well,
Yeah.
I don't know which documentary you're talking about, because the documentary I saw, he was nothing but a ray of happiness and sunshine.
It's funny how they changed their tune, you know.
So if you talk to Triple H, it was either a huge humiliation or the biggest honor to lose to the Ultimate Warrior in 11 seconds.
Yeah. It's very interesting, isn't it?
That's
I know.
Weird how time and money heals those wounds.
Yeah. So, alright, well, we'll see what they have coming up for next season, but,
Moxley would be an interesting one.
Moxley would be.
Even though his fucking book is terrible.
Is that, I read that you had started reading it, and you're just like, oh my god, I didn't know if it was because of the stories he was telling, or because of the way he writes, or what.
The way he writes. It's less of a book, and he writes like it's a stream of consciousness.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
did he write it or did somebody else write it?
No, he wrote it. I think that's the problem, is that he wrote it.
It's always
I mean,
funny because for the most part you see these biographies and it's like the wrestler's name and they got somebody else with them to help them out, but yeah, if he did it himself, then yeah, I haven't seen it yet, so.
He admits that he's tried crack a couple times, so that's like, I should be shocked, but I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, have you seen some of the matches he had before WWE? I'm not shocked at all.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, good on him for going into alcohol treatment now.
Yeah.
But, you know, that doesn't excuse a horrible book.
Well, maybe he'll rewrite it once he's out, and it'll be better, like version 2.0.
Like he'll be telling a story, and it's actually like talking to him, because he'll tell the story, and then he'll go off on a mini story, and then come back to the story, and then do another mini story.
Interesting. So, like, through the path of getting through one story, you get like 6 stories.
Yeah.
It's like the Dark Asylum podcast. They just get thrown into a side side tangent, and yeah. Okay. Well, interesting. I still might pick it up to take a look at it and see.
I recommend it. Just to, like, it's the same way I recommend the Room.
Ah, okay. One of those kind of situations.
Yeah.
Just bask in the terribleness.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right.
Cops are coming.
That. Yeah, it sounds like it. Where the fuck? What'd you do, V?
I don't know.
Did you get too close to a school again? Damn it. No, I'm kidding. That's a terrible joke.
No, those are some loud ass sirens and
Consummate professionals, everybody. There you go. So.
no, what's crazy is the road's a ways away from my actual apartment. Yeah, I got the window open, but I've never heard sirens like that usually. Like,
So you're the reason I was hearing the rain all crystal clear.
Oh, was that? I didn't know who that was. Shit. All right. Well.
it was relaxing. Hey.
Yeah. People pay money for that shit. So.
I'll listen to the rain, otherwise I can't silence the voice demons.
Those head people are talking again. So.
Burn everything. Burn everything.
Yeah. So.
Make them all pay.
Jesus, man.
What We Do in the Shadows.
What We Do in the Shadows. I've been trying to
What We
say
Do
it
in
for
the
the last
Shadows.
10 minutes. Jesus. But yeah, there you go. Oh my god.
So we're what, 2 episodes behind?
Yeah, the last 2 episodes for this season.
The last 2 episodes. Spoilers, by the way.
Yeah, this is going to be spoiler heavy on this one. I mean, what Dark Side of the Ring is not really spoilers if you know history. So it's something tragic happens at the end. There you go. There's all your spoilers for Dark Side of the Ring. But yeah,
Dark
what
Side
we
of the
do
Ring,
in the
spoilers.
shadows.
They all die in the fucking end.
Yeah, pretty
So-
much.
I liked the episode before last.
The episode before the last episode. So the portrait. No,
No,
the
the
portrait was the last
episode.
one. So what was the one before that?
I can't remember the
Nandor was going to take the big sleep. No, that
He
was
gonna
the
take
last
the
episode.
big nap or the long sleep.
A long
He was going to
sleep.
take the long sleep, and he kept getting woken up because because of the
Will you invite more people in here to fondle my penis?
Guillermo, are you going to have anyone else come jack me off? It's like, damn.
it was odd seeing Nandor as a prick. Like he was just like he wasn't being goofy.
It is.
He was
Yeah.
just a dick, and I was like, I mean, well deserved. I mean, he kind of had a point, but at the same time, it was just like, whoa, this is like hard to like watch, but it's awesome.
Kind of been a slow burn for him.
Yeah.
It was kind of awesome, but
Hold on, there's a trash truck going by somewhere.
It was V's open window.
Yeah. Anyway, alright, go ahead. Sorry. I just heard it in the background.
but yeah, I mean, the whole episode was cool until the end. I
Yeah.
was sad.
So, the episode's called A Farewell. And the whole time it's leading up to Nandor being the one that's going to go into this sleep and disappear, and a farewell. So you think it's a farewell to Nandor the entire time, because he's going into the slumber. And all that shit's great, but I guess the whole season has been leading up to Colin dying. Like, they go back and at the very end and they're like, God, I can't think of his fucking name now. Laszlo. It's like,
Laszlo.
oh yes, I've been finding out all this stuff about energy vampires. You know, when he tears the page out of the book, when he, all this stuff.
He found 2 pages in a book.
Yeah, so I guess they're only supposed to live 100 years. And conveniently enough, Colin is celebrating his 100th birthday. So, yeah, just at the end of the episode, the farewell was, I guess, Colin, because he dies.
It was kind of
Nan-
funny. It was like,
Nandor put the-
remember the last time he pretended to die so we could give him attention?
Yeah.
He's like, this little prick is just faking. Look, tickle, 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 tickle.
Yeah. So then he pushes on his face and basically crushes his head.
Yeah.
So you got Colin just head bashed in on his bed, and you're just like, damn. I thought that was the last episode for this season. So
That'd have been fucked up.
yeah, they just leave it at that. But I guess the next episode is called The Portrait.
Yeah.
And whenever a vampire dies, they take a new portrait to like paint them out of the picture. So
They want no memory of the
Yeah.
deceased.
So introduced in the previous episode, they had Donald Loge become a vampire through the process of.
I'm pretty sure he had nothing else to do and he was just hanging out on set and they're like, do you want to be in another episode? Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I loved it because in the last one, they're like, so were you a vampire? He's like, no, I wasn't a vampire in the movie Blade, but I liked the culture so much, I just decided to become one.
yeah, that was his whole thing. So he's painting the picture of them, and it's a typical kind of like season finale where everyone's setting up to do something else for the season while they're not on air or they're not on TV. So Nadia takes a position with the higher up vampire council, and it's Titi Watiki or
Taika Waititi.
Taika
you
Waititi.
fucking-
There you go.
You fucking racist.
How is that racist? I can't pronounce American names. How is that fucking racist?
That's why your
Jeez.
name is just one word.
Yeah, and I broke it up into 2 for easier consumption. Ness. There you go.
I thought that was because you had that not racist, that hillbilly gimmick.
That was a long time ago. We don't talk about that. Now I have to edit the show. God damn it. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so he shows up and he like invites her to go join the council up in the big council. You know, they love what she's done and all this stuff. Laszlo refuses to go because he hates fucking England.
He got kicked out of some club and they banished him or some shit. I can't remember how it was.
Yeah, he got banished from the Sherwood Club
because he married Nadja.
Yeah, who was
that's right.
She was just a common girl. So, and then Nandor is going to
homeland.
He's going back to his homeland, and he promises to make Guillermo a vampire finally after all this time.
But that was fucked up.
Yeah. So, no, go for it, V. Why is it fucked up?
So he makes Guillermo take all the briefcases and shit to the docks, and then he's all throwing in Oreos and shit, and Guillermo's like, "What's that for?" He's like, "Oh, it's good trade over there." He's like, "Okay," and then she's like, bends in to do something. Fucking Nandor Laszlo pushes Guillermo into the casket and fucking seals it up, and he's like, "Take care of my wife." Yeah. I'm like, "You motherfucker!" I'm like, Guillermo was like on the verge of getting like everything he ever wanted.
Yeah.
God, that's why I messaged you guys after I saw it, and I was like, I hate this episode.
Yeah. So Guillermo was supposed to go with Nandor to the homeland, and then at the end of it, he would be turned into a vampire. But while he's loading up Laszlo and Nadja gets sealed in her casket in her box so she can go. Laszlo throws him into his casket, locks him in there with some fucking Pedialyte and some Oreos.
Pedialyte.
And he's like, sorry, old chum, take care of my wife. And then he just walks away, and you're like, what the fuck? So, but the beginning of the episode... No, go ahead, what?
I was going to say, before we get to all that, the fight between Guillermo and fucking Nandor.
Oh,
sorry.
Yes.
So I like the whole fight, and then he's like, "It was so I could actually trust you." And he's like, "Oh, really?" And then he's like, "God damn, he's fucking tough." He's like,
"He fucker can move when he wants to."
And he fucker can move.
Yeah, that was great. They had the little fight with each other. So, but yeah, so this whole time they're like, "Hey, Laszlo, go down and see Colin's bodies to give your last respects." He's like, "No, I don't want to. No, I don't want to." No. So basically what had happened, they do a flashback, and you see Laszlo go down to Colin's body, and you see basically what is the equivalent of a snail trail, and he's like, what the fuck is this shit? So he goes,
vampires are basically xenomorphs.
Yeah, so you're like, what the hell? So he follows the snail trail, and you see a baby with Colin's face on it.
In a show that has the Baron, what the first vampire, the demon thing?
The guide, the Baron, and the Sire.
Yeah, the Sire.
The Sire. There you go. Yeah.
In a show that has the Baron, the Sire, the troll with the huge dick out.
Yeah.
A baby with Colin Robinson's face on it was the most upsetting thing I've ever seen on that show.
Yeah, that was pretty actually disturbing.
Oh God, no!
So I guess energy vampires, their body dies after 100 years, and they come back out of their dead body as a baby. So
yeah, you said this off the air, I think, but you said it was like a cocoon or some shit.
Yeah, it was.
So
like,
you had it right on the nose.
Speculated on that one. That was kind of interesting. But he's fucking eating popcorn now. Jesus, be professional.
V's just got the bag of Doritos to his face and just slammed it down.
Straps it on like a fucking feed bag. God.
No, it was the fucking cat.
Okay, it was the cat. All right. No, it was the cat.
No.
So that's how they decided to end the third season of What We Do in the Shadows. There's going to be a season 4.
But Nandor was the saddest part ever.
Just standing there going, Guillermo.
Yeah, he was at the train station. Like, he had Guillermo's luggage and everything. And yeah, that was sad, too. And it's sad for Guillermo, who's stuck in a fucking box for God knows how long with fucking Pedialyte and a drilled hole in it. if you're really good, if you have really good aim, you'll be able to take care of it. And I was like, oh, that's fucking bad. So, but yeah, we got season 4 coming out on that one, so that's cool. And I think they've even inked season 5. Who knows?
That's possible.
Nice.
With how popular the show is, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, what shows do we have coming back? Because we're not going to have much to fucking talk about in the way of TV. With all of the shows gone. I don't know.
Man,
Yeah, I don't know what.
A friend of mine who listens to the show just messaged me. I can't believe you watched The Lighthouse on purpose. I get this shit from all fucking angles. This is bullshit.
Oh, man. Yes.
But the thing is, I didn't mind The Lighthouse. I didn't consider it a horror movie, but I didn't mind The Lighthouse.
We're going to bring this shit back up again? It wasn't a horror movie. Yeah, it's too raw. Please, let it scab over first.
The witch was the one that we dogged on.
Yeah, that one was... Yeah. So... But yeah, there we got all of our TV shows out of the way. We're all caught up as far as I can tell. Anything else? As far as that stuff? I mean, we got comic book club and versus, but... Alright, no one's talking, so we'll go right into that then. How's that? Which one do you want to do? We do versus first, right? I always forget.
Yeah, we do versus first.
Okay.
I don't remember what versus was.
Oh, man. It was Black Widow and versus James Bond.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was
Black Widow.
Just pull it out of your ass all of a sudden. Black Widow. Okay. Alright, V, what was yours?
Black Widow.
Black Widow, okay.
Black Widow's more proficient in hand-to-hand stuff.
The thing is, James Bond's too big of a whore, and
He'd just be trying to fuck the whole time.
Well,
he would be like, "Hey, baby," you know, and he'd be like, once she got him into bed, I mean, she was just, yeah, she's been trained to fucking infiltrate and assassinate, you know, it's...
yeah. Well, comic version of Black Widow is pretty close to James Bond as far as the... Okay, who hasn't she hooked up with in the comics, you know? Captain America, Hawkeye, Wolverine, you know. She's been with everybody, so... yeah, I even... It was my own thing, but as far as the fighting, I still have to go with Black Widow on that one. Just hand-to-hand, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I thought I'd make it fun with gadgets, but nobody thought of that, so it's been God knows how long since we've talked about it, so... But yeah, so there you go, there's your verses. I guess Black Widow beats James Bond. So, unless it's the spying game, I don't know who would win that.
I think this is the first time we, like, all three agreed on one without having to, like, change somebody's mind.
Yeah, I mean, other than the fact that they're spies, there was really nothing else that made that a good fight. So, but yeah, anyway. Whose turn is it now? I don't even remember how his fucking rotation goes.
It would be Zack for both.
Oh, this is that week, that special week where Zack gets it all.
Zack controls the whole thing.
Alright, Zack, what do you got?
I'm doing... fuck. Why can't I remember his fucking name?
Describe
Dick
him.
Grayson.
Okay. It's specifically Dick Grayson.
What's
Nightwing?
his...
Robin?
Nightwing.
Okay.
For some fucking reason, I could not think of Nightwing, and I kept thinking of Nighthawk, and that's a completely different person.
Yeah. Alright, so Nightwing?
Nightwing versus Obi-Wan Kenobi.
What the fuck? Alright.
Wow.
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
What?
If you just pull random shit, I mean, I'm gonna think of something crazy next time.
I thought that was the whole point of this show. We had fucking Marlon Brando and
Come on.
the fuck is his name?
Come on. Orson Welles.
Come on, little one.
You can do it. Orson Welles.
We had Marlon Brando and Orson Welles in a slap fighting in a liquor store parking lot.
That was awesome, though. They're both, like, similar in stature. That's why. But Obi-Wan, because they both have glowy sticks. Okay, fine. I guess we'll do it then.
That's where my mind.
I'm gonna pick
and
fucking
do flippy stuff.
The Terminator versus Kirby, the Dream Master, or Kirby. What the fuck was it? Kirby the. It's like random shit.
Big V had one like that where it was like fucking Jason Voorhees versus a puppy or some shit.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo versus Jason Voorhees.
I've never had anything like that. Shut the fuck up.
All right. Calm down, everybody. Jesus. All right, so Nightwing versus Obi-Wan Kenobi. There you go.
2 skilled fighters with glowy sticks.
Okay.
Who do cool flippy moves.
All right. It works for me, I guess. Comic book club.
Yeah.
You know what? So it was the Lost Boys from DC Comics.
It was. I wish it would have got lost in the paper trail. But yeah, it was my pick.
It was Big V's pick. It was very Halloweenish, so I'll give you that. But that's all I'm gonna give you. This fucking book, man. All right,
it wasn't good.
Yeah, being one of the. No, go for it.
Put this out there.
Go.
I picked it for the simple fact I wanted to piss Zack off.
Well, that's not smart to do when he gets to pick the next one.
Yes.
Well, hold on. I'm pretty much like fucking numb to his picks anymore. It's like fucking dildos and lesbians and fucking sex.
Power Rangers.
I mean,
Power Rangers every day.
It's like, okay, you know, you're not going to really affect me anymore. I'm pretty numb to it. So
you can't hurt me here.
It was just he was on a fucking Zack roll where he was fucking just being a dick all week. So it was like, fine.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right, so
now I regret it.
So yeah, fuck, you shot yourself in the foot with that one. So we got.
I hope it hurts, and I know my next 3 choices are going to hurt too. So this is all brought upon you.
Yeah, fuck. So I'm gonna say the biggest fan of the Lost Boys in this group. This thing pissed me the fuck off. It's just if you guys read it, or if not, spoilers. What the fuck? Why the fuck you kill off Grandpa? First of all,
right?
That was some bullshit. And then like Star having the worst fucking motivation to be a turncoat was another one. And there's just so much fucking wrong with this book. Like none of the characters seem like themselves.
No,
I felt validated because I thought, because I'm biased, I thought I just didn't like it because of that reason. But like, there's this idea that I don't like the Lost Boys. I think the Lost Boys is fine.
It's been shoved down your throat so much.
I have to deal with it from my wife. I have to come onto the show and deal with it from darkness. And now I have to deal with it from fucking Big V, that I just can't escape this fucking movie.
Yeah, I can understand that, I guess.
The art wasn't great, and
the art fucking sucked balls.
Yeah.
So the art,
there was so much like character development that like did not make sense.
So the art was like, okay, when you buy a box of cereal and they have like a free comic in there from like a movie or something, and it's that really bad like fucking cartoonish cartoon art, like these. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, half these characters, I'm like, trying to like, oh, that must be who? Oh, no, fuck, who is that? And I'm just like, they're saying their name, but it looks nothing like them. And it almost looks like...
They can't buy the rights to his face.
Right? It was fucking, I was like, oh my god. I'm like, maybe I could get a hold of them since it's been a long time and we could switch it up. I'm like, I don't want to read any more of this.
Yeah. That was fucking... It was terrible, man. Like, from start to finish. And they bring David back with no fucking reason. Like, he's just there. Just like, what the fuck? But he's got 2 scars on his chest from where the fucking antlers pierced his heart. I'm like... Or didn't pierce his heart? I don't fucking know.
Right. And then, like, they're bringing all these other little characters in, and it's like... They're trying to add all this stuff that made the Lost Boys good. thinking it's going to make this comic good, and it's like, fuck, dude, go
So
away.
the thing that blew my mind, the fucking guy with the saxophone and the spandex pants in one fucking scene in the fucking movie.
And the baby oil.
And the baby oil. He's in one fucking scene. They bring him back as some kind of badass vampire slayer. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he like oils himself up with garlic fucking oil so that they can't touch him. And I'm like, who the fuck comes up with this shit? It's like if I had a younger brother and he was like 10, and I'm like, hey, what would you do with the sequel to The Lost Boys? And this is his fucking story, you know?
I would oil myself in garlic oil.
I'm like, why the fuck would you do something like that? And the dude's running around with a saxophone, like, hitting vampires upside the head with a saxophone. I'm like, who the fuck does this? This is ridiculous. I don't.
For me, that was so stupid, and I know you guys would hate it so much that I kind of loved that.
Well, it's so absurdly stupid that it's almost admirable.
Exactly.
So many things were wrong with this fucking book. Like, so many. And it basically, they go into the catacomb where the vampires were in the movie. If you go a little bit deeper, that's where the really bad vampires are hanging out. It's like, what? What the fuck? And they've got, like, a fucking daycare of child vampires and shit. I'm just, what the fuck is going on?
I know, it always pisses me off that, like, a sequel to a movie, they can't come up with anything good or better. So they come up with, oh, yeah, the vampires you saw in the first one were just the tip of the iceberg. They're the brats of the pack. The real trouble goes deeper into the cave.
Yeah.
Deeper.
Yeah. It's like, what is it, Dusk Till Dawn? They kill off all those fucking vampires, and then at the end you see the back end of the titty twister. It's like a fucking Aztec temple.
Uh-huh.
It's like, oh no. But yeah, I mean, as much as I hate to say it, the sequel movies were actually better than this fucking comic book. So, yeah, there's just so much wrong with it. And some comic book sequels to movies are actually decent. So it's not like it's an unknown thing that this can... It's not like it has to suck just based on what it is. It just did really bad for this one. So, yeah, fuck that. Fuck this. This was probably the worst book other than Bitch Planet that I've ever read. So, yeah. So, fuck you, B.
Yeah.
you ruined my Halloween, you son of a bitch. No, it was just bad.
Total agreement.
Okay. Zach, we already know, not a fan.
Not a fan.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now you get your vengeance upon us. I get twofold for me.
Oh,
I get fucked twice on this. What the hell? So I get these shitty picks to piss you off, and then I get your retaliation.
The Zack 2021 Revenge Tour is starting with DC Comics, the Justice League versus the Power Rangers.
Alright, you're going on a Power Ranger trip, gotcha. Justice League versus Power Rangers. Alright.
Speaking of,
Did
you guys see the that little thing that I sent you? The fan comic?
Just now?
No. What?
Power Rangers versus like Freddy Krueger and shit?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
That one's fucking weird.
Maybe I should look for it.
It's actually pretty awesome. It's not completed yet, but they have like 5 or 6 issues. It's a fan comic. It's pretty good.
You know, fan comics can be scary as shit, so I try to stay away from them. Like that Pokemon Sonic one that fucking Chris Chan guy did. Fuck all that. I'm staying away from that. So, okay, I see it now in the feed. I'll go back and take a look at it. Imagine if the children of Angel Grove went to sleep and were attacked by Freddy Krueger. Kind of awesome, I guess. I don't know. Alright, Justice League versus Power Rangers.
Is that what it's called? Justice League versus Power Rangers?
I believe so. Because DC wouldn't let Power Rangers go before the Justice League. So, yeah. Anything else?
Have fun with this.
Yeah. Sounds like he's already read it. He's just taking the week off.
Oh, I've read it.
Was it bad?
Read it and find out.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
He's making it sound like it's bad. I don't know.
I started reading Invincible again. I picked it back up, so that's cool.
Oh, good.
I think I'm around issue 50, so that's cool. Got that going. Yeah. Comic book wise, I mean, I'm waiting for the next issue of Batman 89. I hope it's over soon so I can finally read it all at once. Because Ninja Turtles Ronin is still fucking going. Like,
Yeah, I honestly kind of fell off that.
yeah, I tried to keep up with it. I hate keeping up with it because my attention span is so fucking short. I want to read it all in one sitting. I can't.
Same.
Berserk, I don't even know what issue they're out on yet. I haven't read any of them, so.
And it's like 3 months between issues too, so like, oh yeah, I forgot issue 3 or issue 4 came out.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna wait for all these to come back and be one set, and that's the end of it for me. So, we got anything else? Anything? We got wrestling. By the time you hear this,
wrestling. If you're in the Roseburg area,
yeah, if you're in the Roseburg area of Oregon, Power Pit Pro Wrestling. All three of us are going to be on this show.
Or even if you're not, get off your ass and drive out there.
Well, yeah. If you start now, our New York listeners, you can be there by the time the show is.
Our European listeners, if you're listening, you can take a boat right now. It'll take about 14 weeks.
You'll get stuck at the port along all the container ships, but hey, by all means, jump out and start swimming. You'll be there in time. So, I still can't get my Lobo figure. See if you can find it along the way.
It's floating in a crate.
Probably. Sons of bitches. Yeah, I mean, we talked about our Halloweens off air. Do we want to talk about what we did for Halloween? Call it a show.
Yeah, I took my daughter out trick-or-treating. We went to a little shitty haunted house that she thought was scary.
Yeah.
And then I did it the traditional way, as God intended, going house to house.
And for that,
not going to a mall.
Salute you. I really do, honestly. Thank you for keeping that alive, because every year on the top of Dark Manor, I told you guys, I sit on my stairs looking out the window, and I see children in costumes walking at the bottom of the hill on that street at the bottom of my hill, refusing to come up the hill to get anything. So, yeah, it's good to hear that some people are still, taking the kids out door to door and keeping the tradition alive. Jesus, V!
Vacuuming.
No,
I'm doing housework and recording, guys! This is awesome!
A fucking street sweeper going by.
I don't know what the fuck it is. It's outside. I don't know. Just
all right.
Pay no attention to it. Move on.
That's a little hard to do. It's.
Whoa!
Pay no attention to me right now. Jesus. That's my 80s fucking metal voice. Anyway. So yeah, thank you for keeping the tradition alive, because I remember when I was a kid, that was the best way to do shit. Go door to door, and there's this one asshole this year I saw who was fucking giving out masks and telling people to go home because they were spreading.
I would have egged the fuck out of his house.
Somebody took a bottle of ketchup and they wrote "Let's go Brandon" on his garage door in ketchup.
Okay. And also, fuck that person.
It's exactly it. I got no skin in either side. It's just, I'm gonna be fucking sitting back watching the world burn. I don't care.
God damn.
So I'm sending a picture right now. I forgot to share this.
Uh-oh.
So I was.
That's a penis.
I think.
It hasn't sent yet, you fucking dumbass.
But yeah, fuck that guy who sent those masks, because that's the equivalent of giving toothbrushes and change out for fucking Halloween. So fuck.
I was going out to my.
What am I looking at?
I was going to go get my my costume out of storage, and was taking the side street, and I actually saw a house that decorated.
Oh yeah, this house is awesome. It's got stones and
Is that not happening in your guys' area? Because there's plenty of houses that are decorating over here.
Yeah.
No, there's like very little that happens around here that I've seen.
No, I've still seen a bunch of the stuff.
Yeah, I don't. Halloween's dying, especially when there's fucking Christmas set up before Halloween's even gone.
That should be punishable by a fucking flogging. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's really bad. My store's playing fucking Christmas music already.
Oh my god. No, not even before Thanksgiving, man. Knock that shit off.
That's what I said. I'm like, you're supposed to wait until after fucking Thanksgiving, man.
Don't get choked up.
Did
Calm
you
down.
start crying?
I know. His voice cracked and he was like,
I am. No, I'm really, really, really starting to hate Christmas more and more as it's like, here's the thing. Pretty soon, Christmas is going to start the day after Christmas.
yeah, they're gonna start celebrating it. It's just year round now.
And
I'm banned from several Walmarts because I go in and I kick down all their stuff.
Well, what it comes down to,
fuck that.
what it comes down to, that's the thing. You fucking overpower the thing with Christmas stuff. Like, it's like cool, but then the price is like, it's all become this all about money, and it's like that's not what the holiday was about. I mean, fuck, the holiday's been misconstrued in so many different ways, but you take the one purpose that was supposed to be, you get together with friends and family and enjoy your time and spend it together and have fun. And now it becomes who's going to get the biggest gift here or there, how much money you're going to spend. It's just like, fuck. Anymore, like I said, I used to see fucking Halloween houses like full on decked out, like fucking lights blaring everywhere, and that's slowly disappearing, where now it's just like you see fucking houses just like fucking jizzed all over with fucking lights and fucking tinsel.
I swear to God, if I could jizz lights and tinsel, my wife would want to see me more often.
Fuck!
Yeah, enjoy that Christmas all over your face. Yeah, that pisses me off because I walked into Walmart, I think, a week before Halloween. Halloween stuff had one aisle, and Christmas had already gotten 3, and that just pissed me off to no end. But I mean, the first time I hear Mariah Carey, I'm gonna fucking start on a rampage. It's like when the Winter Soldier, they say all those words to him. It's fucking Mariah Carey's Christmas song, and I'll fucking go off. Just start randomly kicking shit in a store. So be on the lookout. I'll be out there. So anyway, what did you do, V, for Halloween? Just watch horror movies and forgot it was Halloween?
No, I went to Oregon City on Saturday.
Yeah.
Did a little bar crawl, which wasn't a bar crawl. There was like one bar that we went to.
Devil's Night.
It was so packed.
Yeah.
Fire it up!
Fire it up! Fire! All right, we got 2 crow mentions in this episode. Awesome.
Right?
3.
And then,
Oh yeah, 3. Fuck yeah. We're on a roll.
fuck yeah. And then, Sunday, I just basically sat around watching horror movies all day.
Nice. See, honestly, Halloween should be 4 days long. You got Devil's Night, you got Halloween, you got All Saints Day, and you got De los Muertos. So fucking celebrate all 4. Go burn something down the first day.
Go burn down. Commit arson.
No, never mind. Don't do that.
Go sacrifice a child.
Well, something on
Go
Devil's
paint
Night.
a sugar skull on your face.
There you
and
go.
Eat tacos.
There you
So,
go.
where do you think, where did Halloween originate from?
From the
Poor
South
Irish
End.
kids going door to door begging for food.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Okay.
So a lot of people, even I, originally thought it was some like from Mexico and stuff, like the Day of the Dead and stuff. But no, that's not.
It's from Salmon. That's what it is. Knock it off. You guys are all crazy. It's a Gaelic festival marking the end of the harvest season and
Where you
beginning
go
of
door to
winter. No.
You go door to door, you'd ask for food, and like the early days, you'd get like fucking corn or what the hell ever.
Maybe potatoes.
Maybe a potato.
Maybe some potatoes and whiskey. Maybe.
I used to know. Hold on. I used to know a weird. I think the jack-o'-lantern is like a weird Irish caricature that I can't remember.
Okay.
I learned it from a podcast I listened to, and I had some weird Irish lady telling me the story on this podcast, and it's funny listening to the accent.
Yes, I can imagine. Just like she's getting real into it too, huh? Yeah, that's a cool.
Jack-o'-lanterns the practice originated from an Irish myth about a man named Stingy Jack. According to the story, Stingy Jack invited the devil. Hold on, pop-up came up. Invited the devil to have a drink with him. True Irish story. True to his name, Stingy Jack didn't want to pay for his drink, so he convinced the devil to turn himself into a coin so that Jack could use to buy their drinks. Once the devil did so, Jack decided to keep the money and put it in his pocket next to a silver cross, which prevented the devil from changing back to his original form. It's fucking weird.
This has been educational.
See, don't say you never learned something. Listen to this podcast.
There you go. You learn to avoid the Lost Boys comic book and what the meaning of jack-o'-lanterns are. So there you go. Good stuff.
Oh yeah.
The early versions of the jack-o'-lantern were carved into turnips and potatoes.
Stereotype warning.
In England, large beets were used. Immigrants from these countries brought the jack-o'-lantern tradition with them when they came to the United States. They soon found that pumpkins, a fruit native to America, made perfect jack-o'-lanterns.
Nice. Well, there you go.
Apparently, he just had a bunch of pointy teeth and triangle eyes.
Well, I've been to downtown Portland on a dark night. I've seen plenty of that myself.
Yeah, good point.
So, yes. Well, there you go. I got nothing else to fucking say. Anybody else? We've covered everything. We're all caught back up to speed. And, yeah. So, like we said, Power Pit Pro Wrestling. By the time you hear this, drops Friday. I think we're wrestling there Saturday.
Yep.
So we'll be there Saturday, the November...
In full force.
6th. Yeah, in full force.
You're not going to get some fucking watered down shit that other promotions are trying to do. You're going to get the Freakshow, the Dark Asylum podcast in full force.
There you go. So there's that. You can find me and Zack on ProWrestlingTees.com. We got swag to buy. Swag.
Buy my shirt.
Buy my shirt. You can find us all on Facebook. Putting the episodes up on YouTube, and people are commenting and finding new people that hadn't seen or listened to the show on any of the podcast forums. So that's cool. Yeah,
I need to look at that now, because now I'm just like, who the fuck's listening to us on YouTube?
I don't know. It was really weird because I got an email that we had.
The show sucks.
No, we had someone say that though. Big V's volume sucks. It's like, all right, well, we got to fix that.
Yeah, but that was from somebody with the number 420 in their fucking name, so I don't really...
Well, that's true. But no, the guy that did the sequel to Meet the Feebles in audio form so far, he reached out on YouTube. And for some reason, the comment didn't post, but I got an email from the comment, so I was like, all right, well... So yeah, I followed up with him and saw some of the stuff. Pretty cool. So... we'll be on all of our regular podcast areas, and then we will also post this to YouTube. So if it's easy for you to listen there for some reason, there you go.
Yeah, but don't. Because we don't get money off of that.
Yeah, that's true too. I mean, we get like 4 or 5 people listening on there. You need like 1,000 subscribers in order to even... Yeah, so... Listen to us on the podcast. You know, Spotify works.
The Spotify apps, the podcasting apps, that's where the money is flowing.
Spotify, Anchor's the big one. Listen to the ad, because that's how we get money off of it. Actually, we can try and re-record the ad, because I think they're going to give us permission to do that.
Because it's just your like deadpan voice. Hey,
it was like the very first recording I ever did, so yeah.
I guess you can do the Anchor app.
Yeah, but no, we'll get into all that stuff later. But yeah, keep listening, and yeah, so for wonderful Zack Winters.
The light is mine!
And for Big Vicious.
My nipples are burning.
Jesus.
I am Darkness, and the asylum is closed.